in the corner. Noah with a screen on Shumpert. Butler passes to Noah. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his third assist on the night.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Noah with the block. Teague with a clean look. The three-pointer no good. The bulldozer passes to Rose. To the inside. Here's the bulldozer. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Guys, the Passer
kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And the Bulls making a change here. Snell's checked in. The Hawks trail by 15. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Horford sets a screen for Shumpert. The 11-footer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Bulls have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Bulls making a change here. The Hawks. Wright comes in for Muscala. And it's Teague in for Shumpert.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague. Horford is out there with Wright. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Holiday in at the 3. Schroeder kicks to Horford. There's the triple, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And an instant reaction to that call from the fans.
Well, you know, they can be very vociferous when they disagree, and that whistle did not go over well with the crowd.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
You other guys, as soon as the shot goes up, crash the glass.
Korver kicks to Patterson. Right side. Holiday with the 3. Can't hit.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, congratulations on this win, Cal, and tell us how you feel about the team's progress so far this year.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, Freak. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some nice shooting, going 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and
They face off, the streets is filled with undercovers, chasing brothers, the D's on the roof trying to watch us and knock us. Coppers even come through in helicopters. I drink a little, spark and hold the fronters. Wanna be ill, the spot runners, thinking it can't happen till I trap them. Won't even run about guards, I don't believe in none of that. Your facts are backwards.
Every single clip of his entire career.
And give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
with the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of W's recently for this Oklahoma City team. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try to dictate it and overpower that mentally.
Well, I wanted to go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was to be on the attack, try to get to the rim every time, hit as many.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to Phoenix.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game because they took a lot of them. I think is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Spates in at the center, locking down the middle. Outside Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. To the middle. Here's the bulldozer. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Parker. And it's the Spurs ball. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness.
Is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's the bulldozer, started by Green. The shot's good from the bulldozer. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs. And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Green, the pass to Parker. And another basket for San Antonio.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
To the middle. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. The bulldozer passes to Westbrook. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
No good from Spates.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Outside Aldridge. Fades and shoots. Good work defensively by Ibaka. The Thunder leading by 7. And again, it's Russell Westbrook.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Pulls up, high post. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Looking here at some numbers for Parker. His last 10 games, he's averaging game over 2.5 steals and 6 assists. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Well, he's sneaky. I mean, you don't think he's watching you, and then all of a sudden, he's got the ball heading the other way.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Yeah, you know, these guys are really more than capable of going it alone if the situation calls for it. but they much prefer to have everybody involved in the offense, and they go out of their way to try to make that happen.
Westbrook passes to the Bulldozer.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
That's good from the Bulldozer.
Just absolute domination in this one for the Bulldozer. He's already got 10 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
Another block. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Pushing it up. And then Durant with the jam.
You could not diagram.
Ricky Wells, T-Pain. I got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. About to have the parking